that is a way that can help you to get in faster. But anyways, so we all know the back door. The back door, easy. Here's the thing that I didn't fucking know. Maybe I'm just dumb and maybe I just don't think into too much, but it's the side door. So
I didn't really know about that either.
Yeah, so the side door, nobody really talked about it because not a lot of people did it. But the side door basically in this doc is this guy, Eric Singer. And he used to be a basketball athletics coach. He stopped doing that, but during the time he kind of built up a bunch of relationship as far as like in the school athletics with like advisors and counselors and like athletic coaches and stuff like that. So he had connections, right? And he started his own little business, and what he basically did was he would take advantage of the smallish sports that nobody watch, like water polo, swimming, and stuff like that, right? And the rich parents would pay him a fee, and he would get their kid into one of these teams as a way of getting into the school, because besides, your fucking brain, your SAT score, and your ACT score, the one way to get into school was that through, sports. So, but the thing is, they couldn't use sports like baseball, basketball, football, because those are high competitive. You got to be really fucking good, heavily scouted. So he went for like the bottom of the barrel, the like easy
water polo, volleyball, track, maybe,
the walk on.
What else? Fucking cross
country,
tennis, yeah, golf, shit that's in high school, but you don't see fucking high school golf on ESPN. You see high school football.
Another thing is basketball. You won't see any of these sports in low incoming high school.
Yeah, that's true.
We don't have water polo. That's like we don't even have swimming pools.
Yeah, we have swimming pools.
Yeah,
in our high school.
So
we got tennis courts, but we don't got tennis teams.
What school you go to with a tennis court?
Londo had tennis courts.
When?
Londo used to have tennis courts. I think they still got tennis courts.
I was there a freshman. We had no tennis court.
They for sure had tennis courts.
Okay.
Well, they had tennis. They had one. No, maybe they. Oh no, they had handball
they don't.
courts. I'm thinking
they had a handball. Yeah, they don't have a tennis.
They didn't have tennis.
No, they didn't have a tennis. Come on now. Even if the way they are.
I'm thinking it's somewhere over there. Is it Hawthorne?
No, bro. Our school was way too broke. We were in a look. Our Lawndale days. We were in bungalows. The student was so fucking ghetto. They fucking put books in the microwave and burn it. Kids were fucking nozzing it. Kids was like nozzing it in the corner of the classroom.
Kids used to be smoking in class. I didn't do that.
Girls was getting caught for sucking 7 dicks at the same time in the restroom. I know you remember that shit. Our school was not the best. We ain't had no tennis court. Let's be honest here. We.
So I think we did. I really think we had tennis courts.
No, we didn't. It was a handball.
I'm thinking before we went to high school. When we were in middle school, I think Lawndale had tennis courts because my sister went there.
Oh,
that's why I'm trying to. I don't remember. Don't worry about that. Anyways, let's get back to what we was talking about.
Yeah. So
they don't have that in like the fucking poor neighborhoods. They usually have that in the rich neighborhoods.
Yeah. So the side door. So what he would do is he would get these kid a spot in the team as a way to get into the college. Now, what's more fucked up is the kids never ever played the sport in their entire life.
They probably ass at it.
Right. But the thing is, so he has connections with, I know the lady that was really heavily televised in this documentary was the USC athletics personnel that were
personnel or the director?
Director. I think it was director.
Was that athletic? Oh, shit. It was the athletic director.
Yeah. So she was hoping to funnel these kids in, and also just to go a step up and beyond, he would have a guy that would come in and take the SAT for the kid without the kid knowing that he took the SAT. Now, if you know anything about SAT, you go on a Saturday or something and you go to Hawthorne High and you sit in a fucking class with like 40 other fucking students on a Saturday morning with no fucking AC. It was hot as fuck in the summer. And you take a SAT, you're sweating bricks and you're like answering A, B, C, D, guessing if A is right or B is wrong, whatever it is. I
went to West Torrance to take mine, by the way.
I don't know. I went to Hawthorne. I was sweating bricks. My ass crack was sweaty. My forehead, my shirt was all sweaty. I'm over here doing fucking snake zigzag line with the SAT because after an hour, you're like, fuck this. I really don't care anymore. I went 3 times, and it just got worse and worse and worse. By the 3rd time, I literally didn't finish the test. I was like, yeah, there's no
the
point.
SAT is not made for minorities to succeed in it, but that's a whole different.
No,
topic.
I could have did better. I just didn't.
Like I said, that's a whole different topic. We'll talk about that in another episode.
Yeah. So they'll have a whole guy bring the kid in, and they're taking like it's a 101 test, which.
For SAT?
Yeah, you watched the documentary. Did you not see that part?
I did see that part.
No, it was the guy named Mark, and he was literally.
No, I probably didn't see that part. I remember Mark.
Yeah. So he took the fucking test, and he acted as the teacher. So it was just him. Like, imagine he was just here in the classroom, and then the student would take it, and they would hand it to him, and then they would think that. So all the parents were scared. They were like, "We don't want our kids to know what we're doing. We don't want them to know this. We want them to know that they got into school fair, openly."
No, I remember what part you're talking about. Yeah. He was basically posing as like the proctor for the test, and they were taking the test. But once they handed it to him, he was basically going and taking the test for it.
But the thing, I'm like, you know how rich these kids, that they didn't know that it was a special event for them. Not event, but why do you think this is normal? You're taking a test with a guy that you never fucking seen in a classroom by yourself. Like, you know how many students need to take the SAT? A lot. You can't take the SAT by yourself.
Yeah, but as a high school kid,
just by that, you should be like, it's kind of sketchy.
Actually, that's not true, because I mean, the SAT they do. I mean, you can't cheat. They don't want you to just be looking over at other people's tests, even if y'all have different versions of the test. But I could see in a sense where someone could just be taking the SAT by themselves.
Maybe I'm just talking from a broke perspective, and we all have to share.
That's what I'm saying. I could see in
maybe
a sense.
Maybe rich kids.
Excuse me.
Dropped off in the Mercedes, go in, take a test, and leave.
You could be rich, but if you're like a rich kid that's homeschooled, you might not go take the SAT like how we did. We went to high school and we was in a classroom with and it was like a specific day, and it was like 20 classrooms where it was like 40 kids in the classroom.
Right. And we're all like,
yeah, someone that's homeschooled might not be in that situation.
It's not the same test.
Someone that's probably in a richer school might not be in that situation. They might have the ability where their school is hosting it, and it's like one person per room, so you can't cheat or do that shit. Or if you're homeschooled, you might just be taking it by yourself. You might not go to a school and take it. So I can see that. Yeah. I don't know the rules. I don't know we don't know the rules, so we don't know if you can if you have to sign up and it has to be at a designated area with a whole bunch of kids in the class. Yeah, it could just be taken. Yeah, no.
So what's fucked up is they faked the SAT score, which is something that I didn't even think of it. I just think about the back door. So the side door really opened up my mind about what really go through, and it's like, fuck, that's gnarly. I
wish my parents would have had money. I would have sure told them to just pay to get me into school, and then I would have did it from there. Right.
And another thing is, okay, I watched this, and it's a fucked up process. It's not fair, but also I'm like,
it's kind of smart.
It's smart. Like, you got so much money to blow, man. Like, fuck it. All right. It's 50 mil to get my kids into Harvard just so I can fucking brag about this. Sure, why
it's
not?
Fucked up. It's fucked up because when it comes to people like us, people who come from low income neighborhoods, people who come from poverty, who finally make it to college, they don't have the money like these rich people. Their parents don't have the money to just pay for them to get in Yale. So yeah, it sucks when this kid that might not have the grade. It sucks. No, actually, I won't even say it sucks if. It sucks. That sucks. I'd be mad if I was smart enough in high school to get into an Ivy League school, and then I realized that I didn't get in because some kid who was stupid as fuck, but his parents were just rich, paid his way in illegally. I would be mad as fuck.
But my thing is, and it kind of showed this in the doc, is when Olivia always she used to vlog a lot, right? Mm-hmm. And she would always vlog about how she hated school. And she can't stand it. After class, she just wanted chill and don't do shit. Never looked like she was a hard worker. Never really looked like she was studying and doing homework.
She looked like she should be making money doing YouTube and vlogging, not fucking.
And I can argue that regardless of all the money, because all these parents, what they're really essentially paying is they're paying for the prestigious school so that in the public eye, they can kind of get a high five for like, oh, my kid is going to Yale, my kid's going to Harvard, my kid's going to Stanford.
Yeah, exactly.
They don't necessarily care about the success rate of their kid while they're in college, as much as just the fact that they got in.
Well, yeah, because a lot of parents that are able to do this,
right,
make a lot of money and have jobs to where if their kid doesn't succeed in college, their kid will, one, either be able to live off of them, two, when they die, their kid is just gonna inherit all their money, or three, they can just have their kid work for their $1 million business, so their kid is gonna end up being rich anyways, even if they don't succeed in school. So that's why. But like you said, they just want to have that pat on the back. Oh, my kid goes to Harvard. My kid goes to USC.
But to me, wouldn't it be so fucking embarrassing that like, comes to find out your kid fucking never graduated? You know, like it made it hard to Harvard, but never graduated. Because like, look, at the end of the day, money can get you a lot of things and it get to you in college, but it's not gonna. Oh, sure, money pay for your SAT, but it's not gonna pay for your degree. At the end of the day,
it's not gonna pay for your.
You gotta finish them fucking school yourself.
But it's not even that it's gonna pay for your degree. It's not, because once you get to college, they can't pay for you to get your grades. That's on,
right.
Unless you're an athlete, that's a whole different story. Because athletes might be able to cheat their way through college sometimes.
Yeah,
but if you're not an athlete and you just one of these rich kids, if you stupid as fuck, it's gonna show in your grades. It exposes you. Yeah, you're gonna be exposed because you're paying for these classes. It's not in high school where the school is paying for your education. You're paying for your education. Your parents are paying for that. So the teachers don't give a fuck. If you fucking are illiterate, it's gonna show.
Yeah.
So like, they at the end of the day, yeah, they can pay all this money to get their kids into school, but like you said, it's gonna show if their kids aren't getting the grades. Yeah. Like how's your kid going to Harvard and getting all Fs? I don't even think that's possible. You have to literally be somebody who doesn't care about school and does the bare minimum to go to Harvard. Because I'm pretty sure everybody that goes to Harvard has like at least a fucking 2.9, a 3.0.
Yeah.
At least.
So
and all them dudes probably have like 4.0s.
as you watch this documentary, right? There's some factors. There's the Eric Singer. Is it Eric Singer?
No, it's just Rick Singer.
Rick Singer. Why did I say Eric Singer? Rick Singer. I
was wondering why you said that.
There's the Rick Singer. There's the parents, and then there's the college. Now, who is the one to blame here, in your eye?
The colleges and Rick Singer, because one, he knew what he was doing was illegal, but he was doing it because he knew he could make money off of it.
Let's talk about him. How do one become? Like, how do one end up with that type of occupation? Because there's no like rule book. There's no like, there's no guidebook on how to become a side door hustler. College admission side. I don't even know what is the name.
You have to know the people,
right?
You have to know people, and he knew people.
Yeah, he knew the coaches, the athletic directors, the school, and he knew the way to get around it. But the thing is, it's like in the doc, it'll kind of only talk about Stanford, Yale, but I've always in USC. But I'm like,
this happens at all schools.
Did he know more than that? Because it felt like he was doing it at multiple school, but like. Then you would need to know like the personnel at so many different schools, not just like the top, 4 or 5.
He probably was only doing that at the schools that got that were involved in the scandal. So he probably was only doing it with them schools. But yeah, it's probably other people that are doing this with even smaller schools.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, this happens all the time. This isn't just him.
I know,
other Rick Singers in the world.
But the side door factor isn't as popular and isn't like.
No, yeah, it's other Rick Singers doing the same thing as him right now with smaller universities. It don't got to be the USCs, the Yales. It could be like the Hamptons, it could be HBCUs. It could be like the fucking the no name universities. Like fucking, let me think of a no name university. Like, think of some random college or some random 4-year school in Arizona or Illinois, and there's probably some rich dude somewhere over there doing the same thing that he's doing.
Right. And I agree with you that the two I fall is the college and Eric Singer here. I don't really
and the parents.
Yeah, the parents, but I'll put them third. if you go on a
No, they got. I don't think it's any rank. I think all three parties are at fault the same way. The people who working for these universities that are allowing this to happen, that are accepting the payments and all this stuff, and they know that it's because the people are trying to bribe them to get their child in. Then Rick Singer, because he know what he's doing is illegal, but he's just finessing the system.
Yeah.
And then the parents, because they obviously are the ones supplying the money, so they know what the fuck that they're doing is illegal, and they're still doing it, even if it's for the betterment of their kid.
Right.
It's not fair to all these other children.
Yeah.
It could be children
True.
coming from low income neighborhoods,
Because there's not
or children coming from high income neighborhoods that just their parents are playing the fair way and they didn't get in because it's these. It could be their next door neighbor that did some shit, and now their child got into Yale because they paid $1 million, but their neighbor's child didn't get into Yale even though they had a 4.5 GPA.
Yeah, it was talked about that. She was kind of mad that these kids took the spot because they don't have that many spots to just hand out. It's just not it's just not like easy,
especially when it comes to academics.
Right. Just like purely academics. Like
yes.
These schools get so many fucking applicants, right? And so like
Thousands.
It's so hard to narrow down the perfect applicant that would be like a Stanford student or a Yale. And there's so many fucking kids that like grind their ass off. And you got fucking Olivia Jade over here making vlogs and getting into school.
Olivia Jade probably never took an AP class in high school. And these kids that probably took 4 or 5.
Let's talk about hard AP courses.
I hated taking AP.
Bro, I wanted to kill myself. I was like, what am I doing here? I think taking AP classes in high school is the reason I didn't go to a 4-year. Because when I took them classes, I was just over it. I couldn't, it was so stressful. I wasn't ready for that. By the time you get to the AP test, you're like, I'm done. I
gave up. I might have passed those classes, but the amount of work it took me to pass AP classes, I've never been a good dude at math, but the amount of work it took me to try to pass my AP classes junior year, I ended up getting a D in math.
Look, no,
so
I passed.
Go to a 4-year like that.
I passed my class, the two anomaly class.
I passed the classes. I didn't pass the test though.
Yes, I literally when they hand me the test, I was like, why did I even go through all this just to take this test? Ain't no way I'm passing this test.
I seen that. I remember it was for AP US History junior year. I seen that test.
That was the easy one.
But that shit.
But AP History was the easiest one.
And that's the point. History is my subject. And I looked at that test and I said, "What the fuck am I looking at,
bro?"
I said, you know what? I'm not built for this. I said,
I took AP History. I took AP History too because I was like, "Oh, this is landslide." As long as I know my years, my shit, and they give me the test, and I was like, "Oh, what is this?"
Okay, but you hearing what I'm saying about AP? The 2 classes I took, AP US History and I took AP Environmental Science. Yeah. Do you understand how hard, bro? And I took AP English.
Yeah.
Do you understand how hard those 2 tests were?
Yeah.
Bro, when I took that AP Environmental Science test,
you felt stupid. You felt stupid, huh?
I felt so stupid.
Oh, and then Tanner, right? This motherfucker goes, I ain't did shit. He took a lot of AP because he went when he got to college. He had like fucking 30 credit already. Yeah, already. That's literally a whole ass year.
The only way you can get credit is you gotta pass the test.
This is what he told me about AP. He's like, yeah, I ain't done no homework. I just passed the test. And I was like,
smart though.
I was like, what? He's like, I ain't done shit. I ain't did shit all year. I just went in and passed the test. And I was like, how the fuck do you not pay attention the whole year and just go in and pass the test?
If you go in and pass the AP test you get the credit. You get the credit for the class because you cannot turn in the homework. You get the
college credit.
You get the college credit. That's my point. So you might, even if you don't do the work in the class and you fail, or get a D or whatever, even if you get a C or if you get a D or an F, you can go in summer school and just take a normal history class and make up those credits. You don't got it. It don't got to be AP.
My thing is just like the intelligent between somebody. Like there's just really smart. I don't even know what smart is. Yeah, I guess smart. But like there's so many smart students that don't even do homework, don't even do anything. But if you give them a fucking AP test, they'll pass it without even paying attention.
That's a gift.
I'm like, bro,
that's a gift.
I tried so hard to fucking pass the AP test, and like, I couldn't even finish it. And this dude who just go, yeah, I ain't did nothing. I never paid attention. I passed
Probably
it.
Probably got like a 4 on that bitch.
No, he had the highest AP score. And Tanner was one of those students that like literally would not study, drank the night before college, like drank the night before his test. I remember this freshman year.
I remember when we used to drive up to Camarillo. We used to be getting drunk, and y'all be talking about, oh, man, I got school the next day.
He's the one that always has a final because he has a Friday class. Right. And he will be so fucked up, drink, and like literally wake up at like 5 a.m. or like sleep at like 2, wake up at like 5, 6 a.m., look at the fucking book for like 10 minutes and go and have the highest grade in the class.
And that's fucked up because I remember we used to drive up there, me and the homies, we used to drive up there, visit Try and the other homie Henry at Channel Islands. We would be partying on Thursday nights. We would leave personally to come back down to LA at like maybe midnight 1, or if we left in the morning, we would leave at like 8 or 9. We would wake up in the morning to leave, and all these motherfuckers would still be drunk as fuck. And I wake up and I see Tanner, the only dude talking about I got a test in an hour. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm like, you got a test?
He's always the one with the test. And I'm like, dude, what the fuck?
And this was when I was in school. So in my head, I'm like, oh, this nigga tripping. I'm like, I got class. I had class on Fridays, but my class was until like 11 or 12. He talking about he got a 9 a.m. at 8 a.m. and he got a final. I'm like, oh, fuck no.
And literally, like, it's kind of funny because him and our friend Steph always has the same class, right? And he would be never studying, and she's like fucking going crazy in the library, just. And then they literally would share like their test grade, and I'll be there to hear it. And literally he got an A, and she's like, "What the fuck?" And I'm like, I literally don't know how there's those people. So yeah, going back to it. So regardless of how fucking like rich your parents is, like if you're just not like intelligent in that sense of like Yale and Stanford is gonna fucking kick your ass, even if your parents got money to put you in.
Yeah, it don't matter how much money you got. Them teachers. That's where the best of the best go, whether you're trying to be a lawyer, a doctor, a politician, whatever it may be.
Right.
The teachers are not about to let you just pay your way through class so you could fuck shit up.
Yeah.